It's the Cowboys and the Eagles.
And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Well, now how about this return? And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. Throwing, Prescott. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Here's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Personal foul.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season. Here's Hurts to throw. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Throwing is Hurts. His throw incomplete. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 3rd and 12. Hurts. He's got Smith here. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They need two. Here's third down.
Now Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Prescott down.
Going right back to Ferguson.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Prescott to throw it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
On the option, here's Elliott.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
To throw is Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
He'll drop to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Shipley. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out at the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well.
On the return, it's Rodgers. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now back to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll check this one down to Gainwell.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down.
Out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but...
Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles get a late score here, the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Elliott good on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Third down and 13. Inside give to Elliott. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Jordan Davis able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for
Neutral
jumping.
zone infraction, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that,
Still
Brandon.
second down.
That's just a free gift to the offense.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. This is Smith with a grab. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Pushing his way through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Gainwell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Drop for a loss there on a nice effort by Osa Odighizuwa.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. Throwing. Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Here's Prescott.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
To the air again, Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Looking to throw, Prescott. This is caught, it's Cooks. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 3.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flushed out right.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you
Automatic
get multiple.
first down.
What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Hurts fumbles it, but it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're tight or not. He feels like it's wide open, puts it in there. 4 touchdown passes. He thinks he's going to throw a whole lot more before this one's over.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It's a gain of 6. And the Cowboys first down.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Now, these two teams you might remember met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Prescott to throw it.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs.
Previous play is under
I think they're
review.
going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Tenth carry now for Elliott. Gets past one man. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6.
Here's Hurts to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he'll get this down inside the 40.
And the Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's to his running back, Gainwell.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And now here come the Cowboys.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Dallas.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. And a Cowboy first down.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brings up second and 7.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So they decline it, and they choose to not give them that down back.
And I think that's the key to everything there. They didn't give up any yardage even on the completed pass. Don't give them an extra down in order to try and pick up a first.
And his kick is absolutely perfect.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. To throw again on second down.
Hurts. That ball caught by his rookie wideout.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 18. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Looking to throw.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Dallas, it'll be a 13th win on the year. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.